because that's what gets us in trouble. When you're sitting around and you know you need to do something. Oh, look, the birds, the bushes are blooming now. When you sit around and you want change to occur in your life, but yet you're just sitting there like this, and there's a chair. There's a chair. I need change in my life, but I'm not going to get up. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to wait for the change to happen. And I could be sitting there. I don't know how long it would take for me to sit here if I wanted some good change in my life that required me to physically, hey, Applebrooks, honey, to physically, emotionally put forth the effort to bring about that change. I can just sit here and do nothing. I can wish all day long that my life would change, that garden would miraculously get hoed by itself, that my husband wouldn't go out there and hoe it. I can just think, oh well, I'll ask him if he'll hoe the garden. But if I sit here and I don't ask, and those weeds are growing and stuff, and I don't even go out there, and nobody goes out there, I'm not going to have a garden that's hoed. I'm not, to where I can even plant plants. I'm not. I'm going to have weeds. I'm going to have a garden full of weeds that is not even prepared for the vegetables, for the fruit that will come, for the good things that will come, if it was prepared, if the soil was prepared and tilled. No, if you want change in your life, good morning, you got to work toward it. You got to do something. You can't just sit there and think, well, Mom, I'm gonna manifest it. I'm gonna manifest that garden to get de-weeded. If I manifest it hard enough, it's gonna happen. Or if I hope hard enough, somebody will come along, a stranger will come along and know that I want my garden hoed. They won't even ask me. They'll just go out there and they'll hold that garden. And then I will have manifested it. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Any change that you want in this life, a lot of times, if it requires something, if it has to do with you, you're going to have to do something about it. You can't just sit there and do nothing, because when you sit there and do nothing, nothing's going to change. It's like when my hair was longer, I thought, I think I'm going to cut my hair for the summer. But if every day I looked in the mirror, my hair's still longer, I think I need to really cut my hair. And days go by, weeks go by, and then my hair gets really unmanageable. And then I think, I wish I would have cut my hair. Well, Gina, honey, you could have done it when you said, I think I'm going to cut my hair because summer's coming and I don't want to mess with it. I could have had it done when I thought about it, instead of like keep day after day, week after week, month after month. I wish I would have cut it. Or I wish I would have done that garden. Now I can't even plant my vegetables because the garden's not ready. Nobody went out there and hoed the garden. Nobody tilled the garden. No, see, you got to do something to bring about the change in your life that you want. You do. We all know this. It's like I can't make a messy kitchen. Like say I want to go cook something for breakfast. I want to cook me an egg. I'm going to fry me an egg in the pan. And I want to have an egg sandwich. I really do. And so I do it and I leave that pan there. Say I try to do that every day, but I never did wash that pan. I could either reuse the pan over and over and over and have the plate, or I could just leave all the plates there, all the utensils there, everything I need, just get out something different every day. And before I know it, I get in that kitchen, and that kitchen is an absolute mess. And I'm looking for something to fry my egg in, or I'm looking for a plate to put my sandwich on, or a spatula to flip that egg. I can't find any because I used them all up, because I got all my dishes are all dirty, because I was too lazy to clean up after myself and put things up as soon as I got through with it, you all. It's something like that too. It's your laundry too. When you wear your clothes, if you don't ever do your laundry and you keep getting new clothes out, clean clothes, and you think, well, I'll just wear this, I ain't going to do this laundry, and before you know it, you got laundry piles all over your house and you running out of clothes to wear. And then you're seeing all these piles of clothes that are on the floor, and you think, this is so overwhelming. No, I don't have nothing to wear. Or you wash your clothes, you dry your clothes, but you got them in a great big pile, and you have to dig through it to find the shirt you want, the matching sock, the underwear, the pants. You got to dig through everything, because you could have avoided it. You truly could have, if when you did your laundry, you can pile it on the couch or bed, wherever you do it, for a couple hours, but don't leave that there for a week and pick out of it, especially if you're running out of clothes and then you keep pulling more clothes out, you're going to make it much harder on yourself, you all. Yeah, you don't want things to get out of hand. That's the moral of that. Don't let things get out of hand. I could see, you know, you got stuff going on in your life, and you can't always do the dishes. You can't always do all the laundry and stuff. But a little at a time, you put forth a little bit of effort at a time, things will eventually get done. They do. It's like that garden. When my husband did it, I didn't even have to ask him. He wanted to go out there and do it. So he got that garden done. 3 days after he got off of work, he went out and hoed the garden for around an hour or so, and he got it done. Just little by little. That's how it works. It is. Yeah, good morning. It is a good morning. It is. It's kind of chilly out. I did a short video on my Gina Warrior of Light. I was holding a mirror in my hand, and I was I made it last for 8 minutes, but I thought, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. But really, truly, when you look in that great big mirror of life, do you like what you see? And chances are what you see today, 9.99 times out of 10, you're not going to see the same person tomorrow, because there's going to be something different about you, something different. You probably will not even be in the same mindset that you are in this very moment in time. And if you got something going on in your life right now, and you're seeing it happening, and you think, oh, it's the end of the world. My life is ruined. My life's destroyed. Give it around a month. You ain't going to be thinking that same, because time has a way of clearing things up. Things constantly change, and change is a part of life. And sometimes we got to welcome that change, saying, wow, I thought I wasn't even going to make it through. You look back a month from now, and whatever bad thing happened to you, or months or a year or 2 years, think, wow, I was like this back then. Look at me now. I can't believe. I mean, it was painful going through whatever you go through, but you can't base your whole life on what you're going through right now at this moment in time, thinking nothing's ever going to change for the better. You can't. You truly can't. Because as time passes by, things do change for the better. You may not see it instant. You may not see it in a day or a week or a month. You may see it a few years down the road, a year down the road. You may see it instantaneously. And if that's the case, then a miracle has occurred. Good morning. You're just tuning in. Yeah, we got to be willing to put forth the effort. Yeah, you can find yourself in a bad situation right now, and you may have the ability to do something about your bad situation. But if you allow day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year to pass, and you do nothing, you're not going to have any change. Well, you might have a change, and it might be for the worse, or you just may be flatline, stagline. Stagnation. You have entered a period of stagnation where everything has halted. Everything has ceased. Even you have ceased to live, more or less. Ceased to enjoy your life when you could be enjoying your life. We got to know, you all push the fear out of the way, and just remind yourself, no matter what happened to me, the grace of God will see me through it. Truly, the grace of God can see you through the things that you're going through if you believe in God, if you have that connection, if you have that hope, if you have that love within. Because you know your light never did go out, because you're still on the earth. You may think, you may say, well, God never answered my prayers. It's taken God a long time. I'm just giving up hope. I'm done. I'm finished. Well, why are you still here? You're still here because there's still hope in you, and your light has not went out. That's why you're still here. Hello. Your light never did go completely out. You just may be entering a period of darkness. It could be something called the dark night of the soul. That's very, very gruesome to go through, really, when some people go through really bad dark night of the soul. Because you got to look at the inside of you. You're faced with everything that you are, everything that's went on. And you're like, it's so dark. It's so dark and gloomy, dark night of the soul. Just think about it. It sounds really gloomy. But if you can do that, guess what? You can, once you overcome that, you'd be like these, really pretty. You're like these little blooms. You're budding out like these leaves, fresh leaves, blooms. You can do it. See that bush over there? It bloomed and it got flowers. This can be you. You may be barren right now, but when it's time for rebirth, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get flowers again. You're going to get green leaves again. The green will start The growth will occur. It truly will. All is not lost. It truly isn't. But you're going to have to, you got to be strong enough to weather the storm. Listen to nature. It's spring is here. It's new life. It's new life. Everything's coming to life. And there's no reason why you can't come to life on the inside of your being. There isn't. There is no reason why you can't spring back into life after a period of stagnation, a period of gloom and doom and darkness. Winter months are kind of long and they're kind of dark. They don't let the sunshine stay too long for the day. But spring is here. You can truly blossom like these flowers. It's going to look really beautiful. Yeah, and some get a head start. They do. Listen, all of creation is out there. All of creation is coming to life. It is. It's a change of season. The seasons have changed. Now we're into spring. You're supposed to spring back to life. You have to. Don't just sit there. Embrace the life that you have. Embrace the time that you've been given. You say, well, my light went out. Your light didn't go out because you're still here. I'm still here, so my light hasn't went out. You say, well, I feel like I drifted so far from God. He will never hear me. There's no hope for me. You're still here. It's not your time to go, so there is hope. That's right. You just got to realize it. Everything you need is on the inside right here. Right there is just look, just have faith. Don't give up on yourself, you all. Please don't. And don't say, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. Well, can't never could do nothing. It couldn't. But I tell you, when you stop saying, I can't, to say, I can do it. I can do it. Even if there's the slightest bit of me being successful, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it because I know I can do it. I can do it. I can at least try. You got to tell yourself, I can do it. I can at least try. Even if things don't work out, I can at least try. And that's what you got to do. You got to literally like to put one step in front of the other. You might have to take little bitty baby steps like that. If you can see my feet, it's okay. You may need help walking too. Some people need help when they get older too. And you go, it's okay to use a cane. It's okay to use a walker. It's okay to use one of those driving around things. It's okay. The thing is, you're still moving. You're still living. You're not giving up. It's like my mom. She had to use a cane. And sometimes when we go into the stores, if she can get one of those carts to sit in, she can use that. Just like a lot of older people, they didn't give up on life. And if the carts aren't there, and if the older people are able to walk, they'll use the grocery cart, and they'll support their weight on it. It's not going to keep them from going shopping. No, it's not going to keep them. Just because their body's not working the way that it used to, they're still going to live. They're still going to embrace life to whatever they can, to the best of their ability. They're not giving up. You can't give up. You cannot give up. You got to put forth the effort. A body in motion stays in motion. It does. No, nobody wants to just throw their hands up in the air and say, I give up. My life is in ruins. I'm not going to do nothing. That's the problem. Mindset. I'm not going to do nothing. How about thinking something positive? If you think something positive, it does have a way of drawing the positive energy, and it does help your light on the inside of you grow brighter. It does. And don't be so harsh on yourself. You all don't sit there and beat yourself down saying, I can't do this and I can't do that. Well, you don't understand. Everything's an absolute mess. Well, go listen to the video yesterday morning on this channel. How do you encourage somebody? How can you make the best out of life when you're not feeling your best? Go watch that video or listen to it. It's really encouraging. It is. And it's a very difficult topic to approach. And I didn't think at the beginning of the video, what would you say? How can you make the best of life when you're not feeling your best? But by the end of the video, it worked out. It's a good video. If you didn't watch it, it's a really good video. Same way with here. No, you got to put forth the effort. You got to want the change. You really, truly got to want to change. Thank you for the comments. Even though I'm not looking at them right now and trying to concentrate on what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't just sit there and just hope. Just hope and not put forth any effort. And there's a lot of things that hinder people in life. Fear is a major stumbling block. Anxiety, it's all, and that anxiety don't come from God. It doesn't come from love. It comes from the enemy is what it does. It keeps you from living your life. The anxiety, the fear. Sometimes when you get those little subtle warnings on the inside of you when things don't feel right, well, I think that's a warning sign right there. You better just pause. Don't you be putting that one foot in front of the other, because you're getting ready to walk into danger. Listen to your, listen to the Holy Spirit, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut. Don't you do that, because you're going to get yourself in trouble. Can you imagine the person saying they know they shouldn't do something? I've been there, done that. Don't you do that. If you do this, you know it's not going to turn out well, and you go ahead, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it because that's what I'm going to do, and then it don't turn out well for you. Yeah, you should have listened. You should have listened to that still small voice. You should have listened to the Holy Spirit. You should have listened to your intuition, your gut telling you no, don't do it. But then sometimes the enemy, you can see the flip side of that. Sometimes the enemy will come along and say, oh, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. It ain't going to be that bad. And you do it, and it's already starting to feel bad, and you continue to do it. That's when you know, the moment you start doing something and you have somebody telling you it ain't going to be that bad, and you're doing it, oh yeah, it's really bad. And the further you get, the worse it gets. You ever see your life unravel when you keep going somewhere? It keeps unraveling and unraveling till you fall flat on your face. Flat on your face. Because you ignored the warning signs, the caution signs. And some people in life, they had to fall flat on their face. Pick yourself back up. Brush off the dirt from your knees. Pick yourself back up and keep going. And don't go down that road again. You've already been there, done that, learned that lesson. Do not do it. Y'all, that's how you have to do. You got to keep going. Even though you stumble and fall, even though you make bad decisions in your life. Sometimes inactivity is the same thing as activity, especially when you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, really. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. The grace of God is more than enough to carry you through and see you through. And it's just like your children when they make mistakes in life. You're not going to punish them for the rest of their life. No, you're not. If you're a loving father, you're not. You're going to encourage them and guide them. You're going to guide them to do the right thing. Yeah. And the right thing for you may not be the right thing for someone else. So you got to embrace your life, you all. Embrace your life. It's all is not lost. But if you want change in your life, you got to be that change. The change's got to start on the inside of you. Stop telling yourself, I can't. And stop saying, well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. What if this happened? You know what happened? There was a time in my life, it was years and years ago, I'd say, what if? I drove my kids up the wall. Mom, will you please quit saying, what if this happens? What if that happens? Or if. I don't say it no more. I don't. I stopped that years ago. It finally clicked. I'm not going to base my life on what if. And the what if is always followed by something negative. Really. You know, you have it in the news. All these things. Well, what if the economy collapses? What if this and what if this? Well, a lot of what ifs are happening. What if I lose my job? Well, you may have lost your job, but you can go beyond the what ifs. You can move beyond it because it's not the end of the world. It's not. It may be the end of a way of life, and it may require you to adjust and adapt. It will. But you can make it through it. As long as you don't allow yourself to get depressed and go down in the dump, you can make it through anything. You truly can. And even when you can't walk, just remember that footprints in the stand. There's only one set of footprints because when God carried you through it. Yeah. So I'm going to go. I'll go back and listen to this video because I think I've went on different sub-subjects in this topic. It's all right. No, don't sit there and do nothing, because when you sit there and do nothing, nothing's going to change. It's not. And little by little, even if you do little subtle changes for the better, before you know it, you'll reach that point that you want to get to. Even for the little bitty tiny changes in your life over time. It's like the person who saved maybe $1 a week, let me just say that, or $1 a day, a penny a day. If over a year, you'd have a lot of money if you saved a penny a day, I guess. You'd have more than if you threw that penny away, right? Yeah, just little by little, a little bit of change. You're not gonna get better overnight unless a miracle occurs, and people's lives don't get better overnight unless a miracle occurs, but over time things do change and things get better. You can even get better. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Oh, let me say this. That live video last night on the Gina Warrior of Light channel, I was at my mom's. I did that video of the sky, the sun, the sky did not change. There was, it looks like when we inverted the sun in that video last night, it looked like the sun was, hey there, Rita, it looked like the sun was like way back there, and it was like a portal, and there looked like there was like some kind of cylindrical column in front of it with a hole in it. In that video, I zoomed up on it last night. It was a long video, it was like 45 minutes, I think, that we zoomed up. But there's something going on up there, you all. If you like the sky stuff, it's really interesting. Yeah. It was peaceful. It was exciting. If you wanted to look deeper into there, especially in the inverted mode, it looked a lot better than the regular mode, but it was wild looking. I'm going to go. Thank you all, and love you. Let me do this. Yeah. Gotcha. Boom, you're gone.